Hey, welcome Inspired Tribe to the Inspired Livestream number 150. Number 150. Isn't it beautiful? 150 times we've come together. The first installment of the Inspired Livestreams happened on March 20th, 2020. I'm not going to lie, although time is racing, it appears to be 10 years ago since this happened, but we're so excited that you're here with us. It is March 24th, 2020. We're healthy, we're wealthy, we're whole, we're free, and tribe, we are inspired. We are the Inspired Tribe. And thank you all for joining us today, for being with us, for celebrating with us. Now, Kristin and I have a different way of celebrating things. We're not so big on, so hugely big on birthdays and things, but we love to celebrate the milestones that come to us, that we create, and the beautiful things, even when no one else can realize it, but we feel we have something to celebrate. That's when we celebrate. And it doesn't involve alcohol. It doesn't involve wild parties, but it always involves beautiful drives into, out in the country, spending time in nature, doing something, what we love to do. We'd pick up, Chinese food in our favorite Chinese restaurant. We'd go out to a secret spot out in the country and eat on the bed of our truck, watching over the beautiful fields and just enjoying. So that was one of our celebration secrets. But here we are today celebrating with you guys 150 times in, and it's really, really, really powerful. Remember, we're healthy, we're wealthy, we're whole, we're free. We're expanding on this journey together. Let me welcome, I saw Black Skies here. Black Skies is the ambassador for the Inspired channel like button. Thank you so much, Black Sky. Alma's here. Good to see you, Alma. We got to see Alma in person yesterday. I mean, not in person, but in Zoom person. Raquel is here from, I hope this is Raquel and not a different spelling of Rachel. Just hope I got this right, from California. What part of California are you tuning in from? Then we have Emma here. Hey, Emma. Hey, Agnieszka. Hey, Olga. Hey, everyone. Again, as soon as you tune in, let us know where you're tuning in from. Hit the like button. Let us know who you are, and so connect with the other people in the tribe. Did you hear the beep from the universe? So we're gonna go on a little bit of a journey today, but let me just tell you why, for those of you who are new, why this began, why the Inspired Livestreams even came about, and who and what and why. So on March 20 or March 19th, 18th, something like that, Kristin came out of a meditation, and it was in the beginning of this whole craziness that's going on the planet. And she said, well, why don't we do daily live streams? Why don't we connect with people? Why don't we share inspiring stories? Why don't we help them through whatever they're going through and help people on their journey to expand? And we did that. We started the daily live streams a year ago. Now it's 3 times a week. But on top of that, courses came up because people wanted more guidance and needed more guidance and were wanting to expand in greater ways. And then the Inspired membership calls started to happen every Wednesday. And then the Inspired Coaching Academy started this year. So it's been a great journey of expansion. That's kind of the story of our lives. And also, let me tell you something. I wanted to share something with you today. And now that people are jumping on, we're good to go. But before we do that, you will see on the top of your live chat window, on top, we pinned our Telegram channel. And because we're celebrating 150 live streams, we're going to give away a t-shirt, an Inspired t-shirt for you guys. And all you have to do is click on that link and join our Telegram channel. It's going to be, I think, even more direct and timely exchange where we'll post stuff and you can comment on it. And it's a really easy and simple way. We love Telegram. So join our Telegram channel in the next days, preferably today. And then a week from today, next Wednesday, we'll give away an Inspired t-shirt amongst all subscribers of the Telegram channel. So just click the link. If you don't have the app yet, it's free. It's really easy to use. It's fun to use. A lot of great people on there. And it's probably the simplest, cleanest form of any sort of social media messenger type app. So please click the link, join our channel, and we'll give away a shirt next week on Wednesday. So I wanted to share a little bit of, I'm going to talk because it's my perspective, and then Kristine's going to chime in, but a lot of it is our story. A lot of it is my story. But let me tell you this. My life has been perfect from day one. From the day I was born until today, I've never had a bad day. No bad experiences. Things are always working smoothly. Everything is always perfect and works out exactly the way I anticipated and planned. And it's been all hunky-dory for all those years. And I'm a liar because this isn't true. Now, that being said, I don't know anyone that could say that. I don't know anyone that could say, no matter where they are in their life's journey, everything was always perfect for me. I only had good days. Everything is always joyous. But I do know people like us that understand that looking back now, everything did always work out for me. That I can say everything always worked out for me. That's definitely a true statement. But at that time, a lot of times I couldn't see it. And I couldn't appreciate it at the time. And let me share some of the things with you, because sometimes we feel that people believe that everything always is perfect in our lives. We don't face challenges. We don't ever have problems to overcome or anything. And that's just not true. And to say that wouldn't be true. So the things we talk about, health, for example, well, I can tell you that, I was 17, 18, somewhere around that. I almost died from an illness that no one knew what it was back then. And so I was kind of facing a very, very serious time in my life at an early age. And, going on, moving forward, I had the pleasure to experience, luxury and all of those things. I lost it all of it on more than one occasion, all of it and then some. I was without a house, without a roof over my head more than once. And let me see what else. I was once accused to have robbed the bank, which is, for those who know me, it's such a strange thing, but it happened. Had more than one encounter with various law enforcement or government agencies. Let me see what else. A lot of little things over the years that have happened that I didn't anticipate, that could have completely, or at some points had completely thrown me off. And why I'm sharing this with you is because these are now stories, anecdotes. They're part of my life journey, but they're not my life story. These things, relationships that have ended, or troubles with family members, or losing it all more than once, or having a serious health challenge, or simply things not working out the way I planned them at that time. All of those things, they could very well define me today. They could be my active life story, and they could be more than one reason to basically don't really do anything anymore and just say, well, because I've experienced those things, I'm cursed and I can't do anything about it, and my life won't be good because. And the difference today is that these stories, these experiences, and especially the fact that I overcame them, and the proof is that I'm here talking to you. That's the proof. We're here speaking to you. That means we've overcome, and that means we have expanded and transcended those experiences. But if they are active, if these experiences were active in my vibration, I would keep reliving these stories. And for years, some of those stories I used to relive because they were active. The empowering part of this is, and this is why I'm sharing this with you, is the empowering part is that we all have those stories in one form or another. Some are more severe, some are not so severe, but that's only from the outside in. If you're in the experience, when something is painful, it's painful. You can't measure that. When something is challenging, it's challenging for you. But when you allow yourself to look at the experience, to accept it for what it is, to really allow it to be and then heal from it, you have not just healed from that life experience, you have changed your path forever. You have changed. You will not stay on that same path. You will not relive those stories anymore. And we have just talked about it yesterday. It is so interesting that when your vibration changes, when your main focus in life changes, when your outlook changes, when your mind, your thoughts, your heart, your soul, when you change those things, the things around you begin to change as well. And so it's interesting that now we're being, now things are being brought to us without having to reach out for it. Now we're receiving offers and gifts, and we're receiving beautiful opportunities that we would have done anything for years ago when we needed those opportunities, or we felt we needed them so badly, and we would, chase them. Exactly. We would chase them, but it wouldn't happen. No matter how hard we tried, how hard we worked, and it wouldn't happen. But then you realize one day after the 300th time where you do the same thing, you realize, I got to change something here. There's something here that keeps me in this same vibration. And then that's where the healing starts. And that's where you begin to really treat your life for the wonderful gift that it is, and not view your life and yourself as the victim of circumstances, the victim of your past. And then your story becomes the springboard for the new, for the unknown, for the beautiful. And this is how things begin to shift then. Your stories are just stories when they're not vibrationally active anymore. When they are vibrationally active, they are your life. They are what you breathe. They are what you think about. They are what you tell. They are what you share with others. And how many times have you found yourself in a limiting experience that you didn't enjoy, when you thought, maybe, I don't like this apartment, or I don't like my car, I don't like my relationship, I don't like, whatever it is. And when you spoke about it with others, you said immediately, but it's only because this and that happened, and so now I can't change that. So you have immediately found the justification for why this circumstance in your life cannot change, or for why you're somehow not responsible for it, or why this isn't part of your life journey. And so, thank you so much, Alma. Thank you. But here's the other perspective on this. What if you could accept, no matter what that story in your life is right now, what if you could say, okay, this is my experience right now. I accept it. I'm not fighting it. I'm not pushing against. I don't need it to change in this moment. I realize I'm not enjoying it. I realize I want something else. I realize I would love for this experience to become bigger, to live in a more beautiful house, or to live in a different country, or to live freer, or to have more abundance, or to have greater friends, or whatever. And what if you realize that there's a reason why you are having this limiting experience? And what if you decide that one more time, you're going to allow yourself to look at this and decide that it is time to heal? And some of those things you can heal on your own. Some of those things you can do on your own. For example, if you go to our description here in the video, we share a wonderful process, the Inspired Freedom Launcher. And for a lot of things, if you do that once, twice, 3 times with the guidance that we provide in the video, a lot of wonderful things will happen. For some things, you might need guidance. But what if you decide that this is now important? What if you decided that you don't want to live for another year or 2 years or another decade with the limitations that you feel now? And what if you reached out to someone who might be able to help you? What if you found a coach or a therapist? Or what if you found someone who you feel you can trust, that can guide you through it, that can help you to heal? Because then, no matter what happened to you in life, that healing, the overcoming, the expansion will empower you. Even if what happened to you was horrible, it can become empowering when you heal it and when you overcome it. because you then realize that there are no circumstances that you cannot overcome. There are no experiences that you cannot heal from. And why do we know this? Because we know at least one person for every imaginable circumstance that has overcome. And if one of us can do it, we can all do it because we have the potential within us. And I want you to know that there are no limitations to what you can do. And so many times, and this is something that's coming up in our membership calls, in our courses, and with our one-on-one clients, people come to us and say, well, how much longer? How much longer? How many more processes? How many more times? Because a lot of times, once they mentally realize, okay, there is something that has been holding me back. Now I'm doing the process. They're like, okay, I should be over with now. But you have to keep in mind that whatever traumatic experience, whatever challenge from the past you've been carrying with you, you've been carrying that with you for a while. You've been thinking about those things for a long time. They are in your system. So if something has been in your system for years, then isn't it okay for the healing to take weeks, months, maybe even a year? Isn't that okay? Isn't that a wonderful investment that you can make, that time? Because we can promise you that we have gone through pain, through suffering, we have gone through challenges, we've gone through everything that you could possibly imagine, and we have eventually, yes, and here that's the shifting moment when it beeps, is when you heal. And that healing sometimes takes place in a matter of months. Sometimes it takes a year or two, and sometimes you're doing really well, and then after a couple of years you find yourself in a situation where oh, there's still something there. And what we want you to know, it's not about guilt or blame, not about what age you are and if you should already be over this, or if you've been on your spiritual journey for 10 years and why you're still experiencing those same challenges. All those things truly don't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is the decision that you make today. Number one, that you will make the decision that you will not accept to be defined by the stories of your past anymore. That's a really powerful statement to make. I will not accept to be defined by the stories of my past anymore. So how can I heal? So those stories are just that, stories and anecdotes. And today, I can pull out any anecdote of my life, any event that was very painful at the time. And today, I don't feel an emotional attachment. I can tell you the story. I can talk about the details. I can paint the picture for you, and I can give you the payoff, the healing part, without me falling apart because it's not active in my vibration anymore. But that took a decision. I decided to change myself completely because the old self was looking for blame outside of me, was looking for justification, was looking for any reason that would allow me to continue to believe that I'm not in power, that I'm not in charge, that I can't do anything about it. Because when you don't see a solution, it's so much easier to say it's someone else's fault. But to make that decision is the first step to real empowerment. And that's why we keep teaching those things, because so many of you have learned so much, but are subconsciously, you're blaming yourselves for not being there yet, for not having those experiences yet. And then when you are having a quiet minute, when you are waking up in the middle of the night, or when you are by yourself and you feel that old pain, that old trauma, that old hurt coming up, you think it shouldn't be there anymore, so you push it away because now you are positive. Now you are always just looking for the beautiful things, and now you don't allow yourself to see that anymore. But if it's there, you can't push it away. There is no healing in pushing away. If it's still there, there's still something for you to heal. And that's nothing to be ashamed of. That's nothing to put yourself down for, no matter where you are in your journey. And this has always been for us, 150 times being here has been about two things: authenticity and inspiration. That's why we called this the Inspired channel. But we don't want to give you fake inspiration. We don't want to tell you that all you have to do is say 5 affirmations every day and, and maybe, twist 5 times and then drink a glass of water and count to 10 and it will all be good. Because in these rituals, they're not bad. They're not wrong, or they're not not assisting you, but they're not healing either. They're just that, rituals that help you establish a new way of thinking, a new way of looking at things. But healing, that's an honest human thing. And we need to allow ourselves to heal. I mean, how many times did you have a wound? Maybe you had a surgery, or you fell, or you had an accident. By the way, I was in an accident once where someone died, and someone else was permanently disabled. Nothing happened to me, not a scratch in that accident. Now, I'm not defined by that accident. I don't feel guilty. I don't feel any of those things. And I'm telling you this because we all have those stories. And I don't want you to think that Kristin and I don't have them. I don't want you to think that
we're perfect.
Or that we even strive to be perfect. Mm-mm. Or that hurt and pain were not part of our lives, and that we don't get sad sometimes, or even frustrated with some things sometimes. We do. This was never about creating 24/7 a false sense of always everything is always just sunshine and rainbows and hunky-dory. It is about learning how to deal with those things. It's about learning how to authentically be and heal and allow, because all those things only heal when you allow. When you don't allow yourselves to see them, you can't heal, because what you're not aware of, you cannot change. And so we want to use this live stream number 150 to encourage you, to embolden you. And we called this Fortune Favors the Bold. That's the title of today's live stream, because fortune does favor the bold. And boldness, we believe it means jumping off a cliff, or jumping out of a plane, or doing some crazy thing. But the boldest thing you can do is to be completely honest with yourself, to be completely authentic in your life experience. And that is extremely powerful. It is not about lingering in pain. It is not about looking at past trauma all the time. Not at all. It's about really looking at it once or twice. It's about really allowing it in once or twice and healing it. And with the right tools, with the right people by your side, with the right support. And the Inspired Tribe in itself is a wonderful support system. As a matter of fact, we have aspiring coaches in the tribe that are learning how to be coaches, how to help you on your journey. And they're already taking on practice clients. Now, we're not at that stage yet where they can help you really transform those, the past trauma, but they can do a lot to help you prepare for that, or to help you get in that state, or even access deeper levels of relaxation. That is a wonderful thing too. But we are here. And that's one thing that Kristin and I are very proud of, is that we're always completely honest and authentic. And the way that we operate, and that has been Kristin's motto since day one, is that she's not the guru, she's not the healer, she's not the one who you will need to work with for 20 years and come, and she empowers you, and we empower you to heal and to have the tools that you need to overcome any obstacles in your life. And there will be more obstacles. There will be more challenges, but after a certain time, they begin to be a fun thing, because you already know there's going to be a really creative and wonderful way that you will overcome this obstacle, overcome this challenge, or it will resolve itself, because you know how to access that solution energy, because you've done it a lot of times. But if your mind, if your body, if your soul are in a constant push and pull battle between that old hurt and trying to feel better, you're losing so much energy there. So much creative energy is lost on just getting through the day, or just keeping a certain kind of balance. It's not real balance. And we want you to know, for those of you who are there is a place beyond that. There is a place of being, and a place of thriving, and a place of living that is beyond pain and hurt and suffering and old trauma. And it's really, really wonderful. And it is accessible for anyone. Anyone can do it. Anyone out there who really decides it can do it, and can get into a really, really inspired space in life. And we talk about it all the time. Our life is really, really wonderful. We enjoy it. We enjoy every day, every morning. And not everything is always pleasant, but we always know that if one door closes, if one opportunity for some reason doesn't pan out the way we thought it would, there's usually 2 or 3 other opportunities that are knocking that are better, easier, and serve us even more. But that is a thing of ease and flow. It's once you go through those healing stages. Oh, thank you so much.
This is Jeanette.
Thank you, Jeanette. Thank you so much for your contribution. Once you go through those healing stages, to allow yourself to really heal, you do get into that flow state, and things do become easier, and they do become more fun, and the opportunities just keep flowing in. And that's really an inspired space. And that's what we always wanted to create. And we wanted you to know that we too had to overcome big obstacles, and we too had great challenges, and we too had tears, and we too had sadness, and we too had suffering. And that is human, and that is natural, especially in our society. If you live amongst other humans in this world, there's a good chance that there is a lot of pain and suffering that's been happening. Now, we can judge ourselves or others, we can put ourselves down and others down, or we can take it as a source of inspiration, because there are millions and millions and millions of people who have done the work, have shown up. So many of you amongst our tribe are showing up in one form or another. You're showing up for yourselves. You're meditating every morning. You're doing the processes. You're coming to our membership calls. You're taking our courses or other courses. It's not about us. Again, we're not the gurus here. There's other amazing people out there, amazing coaches that do great things. So if it isn't us, maybe it's someone else. This is not a sales call. But we want you to know, those of you who are showing up, you know what it feels like. You know what it feels like to expand. You know what it feels like to get to the next and the next and the next level. And you have to realize, if you have gone from one level to another, you can always get to the next and the next level. And things get so much better and easier. And the things that were limiting to you a year ago, you might not even think about anymore today. And this is something that we want all of you to know. There are things in your life that you keep thinking about, experiences or limitations, and you can't even imagine how life would be if you didn't think about them anymore. But once you go through those healing stages, eventually you will wake up one day and wonder, I haven't worried about this particular thing in 6 months. I haven't really thought about it. And that is true. It really does happen that way. It's kind of like when you have the flu, or when you have flu-like symptoms and you're sick and you're down and your body aches and you have a fever, and you can't imagine, because it's so hard to just get up the stairs. You can't imagine how you will ever run again, or how you will ever jump around again, or ever feel really energized again. But then you begin to heal. And then you never know when that morning was, when you were completely recovered and felt like yourself again. You just know that at some point you were completely whole, and that was it. And this is what this journey is like and feels like, and how it works. This is how the expansion and the healing journey works. And it is true. It is real. It's not just reserved for a certain kind of people. It isn't that some people can't do it and some people can do it. Everyone can do it. You can do it. We know it. We know that you can, but it's a decision. And for if there's anyone out there that tells you it doesn't require work, it doesn't require discipline, that's a lie. It does require work. It does require discipline, because you have to do the biggest thing you've ever done. You have to change yourself. It's easy to change the color of your wall. You go to the store, you buy paint. You don't have to change your belief systems. You don't have to change your emotional state. You have to get color. It's easy to change your hair. So people do a lot of times when they break up with someone, they change their hair, especially women. It's easy to do that. You have someone cut your hair, you change the color. It does not change your feelings. It does not change your beliefs. So yes, that's the greatest work you will ever do in your life. But it's worth it, because it's the foundation for the new. It's the basis for all the beautiful new experiences. And that can only happen when you make a choice, when you make a decision, and when you're willing to put in the work, the inner work, and to show up for yourself. It's the most rewarding thing you will ever do in your life, and it's a gift that will keep on giving forever. Throughout your whole life, it will keep on giving. And the greatest gift today, on this Wednesday, our live stream number 155, that we can give you is this authentic and honest encouragement. If you make that choice, if you stick with it, if you expand, if you grow, if you change who you are, and that really is what is required. You have to change who you are, what you believe, and what you think. But if you do that, and if you do it in an empowered way, and maybe get guidance from really authentic and good people, then nothing will be impossible for you. Will you get there? Will you get to that place of milk and honey within 24 hours? No. You will experience some bliss moments, yes, very quickly. You will see some freedom very quickly, but you're not going to get there, and there is no there, but you're not going to get there in 24 hours or even a week. But you will keep feeling better and better and better and better. And some weeks will be amazing, and some weeks will be not so good, but you will keep feeling better. And your baseline, that's what we always discuss in our membership calls. The baseline keeps rising. So what it means is your worst, the baseline, the worst, will keep getting better. And eventually you won't even call it the worst anymore, because even the low moments still feel pretty good. That's a new level of thriving. That's a new level of living. Flying. We have a beautiful process that we do with our members that includes flying. It's really, really powerful. So consider this an invitation, not just to join us in one way or another, or one of our courses, but an invitation for you to join us as thrivers, as inspired livers, as people who really love life. We want you to join this tribe. Again, not necessarily to join a course, but to become one of the thrivers, one of those who are not defined by the experiences of the past, but by the vision of the future. It's so much more powerful. Because what happened to you, what you experienced, you already know. You know it by heart. You know every aspect of it. The vision of the future, that's where the power kicks in. But you can only become the visionary for the future when you have healed your past. It doesn't work any other way. We've tried, but it doesn't work any other way. And then no obstacle will ever be too big anymore. No mountain will ever be too high anymore. And as a matter of fact, you will enjoy climbing it.
Amen.
Amen, says the wisest woman I know. So tribe, thank you for celebrating with us. I'm going to go and go through the comments here just to see who all came in today. Thank you for your contributions. Also, for those of you who just joined us somewhere in a journey, go to the top comment. It's a pinned comment, and click that link. Join our Telegram channel. It's a really, if you don't know it, it's a really fun and easy app to use. Great people on there. Super easy to follow and with
Comment,
yeah.
be in touch.
It's without all the wells and whistles, without all the bells and whistles of Facebook. It's just a no frills, no nonsense, great social media app. We love it. Join our Telegram channel, and everyone who will have joined by next Wednesday, so a week from today, will be eligible for a drawing, and we'll send an inspired T-shirt to one of you guys. So everyone who subscribes has a chance to win, and then you can also see how good you are at manifesting that T-shirt, and imagine how it feels like to be the winner. So join the channel, and we'll give away a shirt next week. There's a membership call coming up tonight in the Inspired memberships. Also, and we'll send that out soon on April 28th, I believe. We're starting the second Wednesday membership calls at a different time. That will be at 12 p.m. Central Standard, so at noon Central Standard, which makes it easier for people in Europe or maybe other people in other time zones in the US. India, Australia might be easier for them too. So if you want to join that call, let us know. The first call is our invitation to you. It's free of charge. Just send us an email to 365inspiredliving@gmail.com. Type I want in. and you'll be getting the link for the first call a day before the call. So don't be alarmed. It's not going to be before April 27th, but you can already sign up now. These are empowering membership calls. Really, really empowering group of people. We move forward. We do great processes, meditations, healings. And when we say healings, it's on a spiritual and psychological level. We don't necessarily do physical healings in those calls, but usually that's a part of the experience then. So right now you can, if you join now, it's every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard. Today's call is at 5. Just send us an email if you're interested and we can let you know more, or you can check out our website. So that was it for today. We hope you're walking.
Thank you so much, Black Sky.
Oh, thank you, Black Sky. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We really do. And we hope you'll walk away inspired and emboldened. Because remember, the title today is, it was in Latin, but it means fortune favors the bold. Fortune favors the bold. If you make a new choice, you'll have a new experience. Tribe, we love you all so much. Thank you for being here. We'll be here again tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central Standard, for live stream number 151. And Monty, Carpe Diem, exactly seize the day. And we'll see you on all tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central Standard. How does Wim Hof always say? All the love, all the power.